to you later on. But this is what I was talking about. Gold, brand new. This is the 2016 certified perfect Annex 70, first day of issue, limited edition, 24 karat gold Mercury Dime, 24 karat gold.
The United States government, this is the coin, the most eagerly anticipated coin, I think, very clearly, that the United States government has released, I think, probably in the last 5 or perhaps even 10 years. They did this, it's the 100th anniversary of the Mercury Dime. So what the United States government did is to commemorate that, they made it in solid gold. This is solid 24 karat gold. This is not a layered or plated or vermeil coin or anything of that nature. This is an actual Mercury Dime, so it's technically legal tender, made out of solid gold by the United States government, specifically as a 100th anniversary collectible. The United States government made 125,000 of these coins originally. It took them 18 minutes to sell it out because that's all the faster that the website works.
Gosh.
It's already selling for significant premiums to its original issue price, ungraded and uncertified. What I have got here is the coin that is exclusive to us. First day of issue, 1,789 in the limited edition in SP70, absolutely positively perfect. I'm going to spend a few minutes here. It's going to sell. We debuted this Wednesday on hsn.com. We've already sold the better part of 100 coins before it has even come on the air. This is our debut day here on the air, and already, like I said, 5% or so of the entire edition already spoken for. We're assuming complete and total sell-out on this, perhaps as early as today, as we have a big primetime show, and this coin will be featured. I want to spend some time. We're going to spend a little bit of time here. Already very busy in the phones. Already you are going to have to wait unless you go to hsn.com.
Why wait?
Why wait? I would get right to this. Once again, exclusive to us, certified absolutely perfectly. I want to talk about the coin and your opportunity here. Here's ultimately what it comes down to. Solid 24 karat gold. The government has never reprinted a coin before, in essence, in pure 24 karat gold. And this is because they did a 100th anniversary. 100 years ago, they started the regular Mercury Dime. They've redone it in gold. It also started that same year the Standing Liberty Quarter and the Walking Liberty Half Dollar. Those will be done in a series going forward. Okay? Those will be done in a series going forward. Please understand that. This is the first one. The sellout was instantaneous. Now, as one of the largest purchasers from the United States Mint, of course, I have the opportunity to get online and wait just like everybody else. We get no special treatment whatsoever. I was on my computer. It went on sale last Thursday at noon exactly. I logged in at noon exactly. Of course, was kicked out of the system immediately. I got my order in at 11 after, and it was sold out within a few minutes thereafter.
Wow.
And like I said, completely and totally sold out. Already selling for pretty nice premiums, 50 to 100% above its original issue price. Now understand, it's solid gold. Now the government charged far more than the gold price for this. Okay? The government charged far more than the gold price, almost double the gold price, because you have to understand this is a special coin. I want to direct you to the reverse of the coin right here. There is a W mint mark on there. This is a West Point minted coin. That is a big deal. It is, of course, the only West Point minted dime. It is, of course, the only gold dime. Oops, I have that upside down. Let me put that the other way. Sorry about that, guys. Right there is it is a faithful, it is a Mercury Dime. I was going to say it's a reproduction of a Mercury Dime, but it's not. It's an actual Mercury Dime. It just happens to be done, dated 2016, and done in solid 24 karat gold with the SP finish that you see right there. That's the satin finish is what you've got.
Beautiful.
Now, what we have got is the 100% exclusive Annex first day of issue, available no place else on the planet. So we are guaranteeing this is for the Annex first day of issue. This is the guaranteed lowest price that you're going to have right here. Once again, like I said, I'm assuming almost a complete and total sellout. We have sold, like I said, now well over 100 of the available coins is all that we're going to have. They are selling quite quickly. If you want to get yours, like I said, this is my debut. I'm not likely to sell all 1,700 coins here at 2:09 a.m. Eastern time, but by the time our primetime show comes out, that would not surprise me to sell each and every one of these.
Well, we are very busy on the phone, so you can go to hsn.com and get this. There is no limit on the number that you can purchase today. So you can get as many as you like. When you go to hsn.com, you just can add as many to your cart as you want. This is that incredible collector's item, but even as Mike was saying, right after 18 minutes, in 18 minutes, the value of it just shooting up. So take advantage of it on this very first time that anyone is seeing it here at HSN.
Now, the other thing to keep in mind, like I said, the phones are extremely busy. hsn.com, the perfect place to go. Now, when you look at this, please understand there's a couple of things. The coins that the government sold, of course, were uncertified and ungraded. So they only made 125,000 coins. So it is by far the rarest Mercury Dime. Okay, the only other Mercury Dime that comes even close to the rarity of this is, of course, the 1916D, the famous 1916D, which in top grade like this is a $40 or $50 or $60,000 coin. This coin's about 50% rarer. Okay, and because the coins the government said that have already gone up, 50% in value is what they're reselling for, are not 70. They're not first day of issue. They're not guaranteed. It's just the coin only. Understand? This is now certified absolutely, positively perfect. That's a huge deal. And that's the importance of this. And that's the collectability of this and the desirability of this. Secondly, there is a tremendous intrinsic value based in this. It's solid 24 karat gold, not layered or plated or anything. This is solid 24 karat gold in this coin. So that's of critical importance to the collectability. The other thing is like I said, so let's take a look at this from a collectible standpoint. This is extremely popular. Like I said, I think we're just about where you could maybe even get through on the phones. We're going to spend a little bit of time here, but folks, hsn.com can get you through and guarantee you your coin right away. At this point, I mean, we're looking at, we may well sell this out today here at HSN. It is an HSN exclusive in the first day of issue. It's a Centennial coin. Remember the other thing from a collectible standpoint, it is the first coin in a 3-coin series. So if you do not have this, because we're going to have the Standing Liberty Quarter, which will be done in 24 karat gold. We're going to have the Walking Liberty half dollar, which will be done in 24 karat gold. Those, of course, there's 2.5 times as much gold in the Standing Liberty Quarter. There's 5 times as much gold in the Walking Liberty half dollar. This will be the most affordable of the 3. Also, you can't get all 3 if you don't have the first one. And so, so you absolutely are kind of locked into getting the set. You better get this right here, right now, because this is looking to be a complete and total sellout for us. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
No.
The other issue with this is, let's talk about it just strictly from a pure rarity, collectability, desirability standpoint. Of course, the rarest Mercury Dime that has ever been made, by far. The next rarest 1916D, they made about twice as many as these, 300-something thousand. And in high grade, once again, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 coin. It's the key coin. This is now the key coin. It is also done in satin finish. It's, of course, the only satin finish Mercury Dime. It's, of course, the only West Point minted Mercury Dime. So that's, and understand, the government released it to the American public, and it sold out virtually instantaneously. I mean, they announced sellout at I think it was 21 minutes after. It probably actually sold out about 12 or 13 minutes. And that's only because that's as fast as the government would take. Because understand there was an ordering limit per order. So they literally processed thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of orders. There's estimations that they turned away orders for another 300, 500,000, 1 million coins. So, with coins being, in essence, supply and demand, this is the key, is that there is far more demand, of course, than there is supply for this coin. The other thing that I would mention to you, having done this and been in this business for a very, very long time, is that as the other coins are released, this is the coin that people are going to go back to and need. Like for the reverse proof presidents last year, the Truman coin, the first one, has not only held its value, but it has been very, very difficult to get in the marketplace today. I think this is going to be one of those coins at only 125,000. You have rarity in this, I think, that is substantial. I don't think there's any doubt about that, because it's an actual coin. You have to understand, sometimes they make unique coins, sometimes they do this. This is an actual Mercury dime. So, I mean, that's of real critical importance for you to understand that this is an actual United States government coin made by the United States government. So let's look at this from a collectible, a numismatic standpoint, in essence. And here's what it comes down to. So it's the rarest Mercury dime. It's the only Mercury dime done in solid gold. It's the only circulating coin, because this is technically made as a circulating coin. Obviously, it's not going to in solid gold. Done in solid gold, that you can see right here. The other thing is when you look at the limitations of the mintage period, not graded and certified, they made 125,000. That puts it into the pantheon of some of the rarest modern issue collectible coins that the United States government has ever made. The only thing that even comes close to this, in all honesty, there's two sets. The United States government did a 25th anniversary set in 2011. They did an American Silver Eagle in that set that has basically this mintage. That coin today, with no gold in it, has $15 worth of silver in it. That coin today, we sell, I think, on hsn.com for $1,100 or $1,200 in 70 condition. Okay, this coin, but I originally sold that coin for like $299. Yeah, you understand? So this is my original issue price at $499.95. It is also one of the rarest West Point minted coins that the United States government has ever made, and I think is of critical importance to your collecting decision that you're going to be making right there. It is also the beautiful satin finish. It is a special design, of course, the Winged Liberty design that was designed by Adolph A. Weinman in 1916, referred to as the Mercury dime. It's actually Winged Liberty is what that is. It just bears a stunning resemblance to Mercury, the Roman god of, I don't know, mail carriers, I guess. Not at the time. Right, yeah. Is what it is, and is one of America's most popularly collected coins today. And so I think that's of critical importance for you to understand. So this is your kind of first look, first opportunity with that. I think we've finally cleared a phone line for you to be able to do this. Now remember, this coin is exclusive to us here at HSN. You cannot buy ANACS first day of issue. And anytime you have a label, anytime you have a coin that has an exclusive label to one place, there is always a relatively significant premium in the marketplace. And this coin is no different. So this is our original issue price that you can see right here at $499. So that makes it of critical importance in terms of the collectability. The other issue is this is my debut that you are seeing right here. We will have this in our primetime show this evening. And when we do that, I think then you're going to start seeing, like I said, we could have sell out today. This coin has been so significantly popular because of the fact, the rarest Mercury dime, the only gold Mercury dime, the only West Point Mercury dime. Not only that, from a bigger standpoint, one of the rarest modern issue collectibles on top of that. Okay? The fact is since it is solid gold, when the United States government originally sold this, please understand they sold it for well over, it's not a bullion coin. It happens to be made out of gold, but the United States government charged significantly more than the gold price in the coin. And the reason behind that is very simply because it's a special edition collectible. And they have signed that with this West Point or W mint mark. It is the 100th anniversary, and I know it's really tiny. If we get in there, you can just see it. It's right to the side right there. There's a little itty-bitty tiny W right there. And that is the key to the collectability. That is the key to the desirability. Many people buying multiples of these. Of course, we have a 30-day money-back guarantee that you're going to have with this. It does come with the red oak presentation box, of course. And so just a spectacular opportunity for you to be able to get this. Unfortunately, my time is a little bit limited. We only have a 1 hour show, and I do have some other things to get to. So, you know, I think it's imperative that you take advantage of this right here, right now.
Definitely, and definitely take advantage of it while it's brand new and while you're the first people here at HSN to even see this. This is the time. Whether you think I'm going to collect the subsequent 2 gold coins that are on their way or not, this is your chance. Once the other coins come out, this will be long gone, and then you'll have to purchase it from somebody who was smart enough to get it from HSN right now, which is exactly the situation that you will be in. So definitely, I know it's an investment, but this is a smart investment. This is one of those no-brainer investments. So many of you taking advantage of seeing this for the first time. So definitely go to hsn.com. Why wait? You can pick up as many as you like. We do not have a limit, which is your benefit for being up at 2 in the morning, right?
Well, the limit is 1,789.
Well, okay. You can buy every single one of them that we have.
We just had someone buy like 10, so I mean, you know,
yeah.
there's probably no limit. I don't know. I don't know if you have one of those big Black American Express cards, you could perhaps buy us out.
Yeah.
But this is the original presentation. Now, we'd already pre-sold just by putting it on hsn.com. I think we had 100 coins or so sell just on hsn.com.
That never happens.
I know that never happens, particularly in coins, because you know we talk about it. This was so eagerly anticipated. The United States government when they released this. So once again, this is for the 100th anniversary of the Mercury Dime. It's done in solid gold. The government only did 125,000 coins. Now, of those, only 1,789 will be graded perfect. First day of issue annex, and every one of those are available right here on HSN and exclusively right here on HSN. Understand, of course, the 30-day money-back guarantee, all of those things. Nobody else is doing all of that for you. In terms of Annex first day of issue. Once again, it is the first coin in a 3-coin series. That is of crucial importance. We're going to do the Standing Liberty quarter. We'll do the Walking Liberty $half. But if you don't get the first one, you can't get all of them. And so that's very important as well. So you need to take advantage of that. The other thing is the rarest Mercury Dime, and it is literally now a Mercury Dime. So all of those Mercury Dime collectors, and it's one of the most popularly collected coins in the marketplace today, they must now have this coin in their collection. It, like I said, already ungraded, uncertified, selling for 50% to 75% premiums over the original issue price from the United States government. So very important for you to be able to pick this up while you can get it at our original issue price. After that, after we sell through this, then of course the secondary market takes over, and there's nothing that I can, nothing I can do about the price. Right. All I can do is guarantee the first coins, okay? All I can do is guarantee the first coins that are available right here. I have seen I've seen this kind of thing happen before. The Buffalo dollar. I don't know if you guys remember the Buffalo silver dollar that they bought, the commemorative dollar. They did those in 2001. They did a pair of those. There was 500,000 of those. We originally sold the pair for, I think it was $199 or $299 because they're silver. Today, when I get those, we sell them, I think, for about $1,299 or $1,499 for the pair. There are 4 times as many of them as there are these. They have no gold, they have a little bit of silver in them. So understand, in terms of collectability and desirability, so when you look at modern issue collectibles, when you look at rarity, the fact that if you look at reverse proof American Silver Eagles, okay, the 2006 reverse proof American Silver Eagle, the first reverse proof American Silver Eagle, I sold that coin originally at $199. Today, I sell it for, I think, about $699. It has, of course, a mintage double this. It has double this. It has no gold. Okay, it has, like I said, it has silver only, and this coin is twice as rare. This coin is twice as rare, 200, and of course that coin, there are 5 reverse proof American Silver Eagles. The rarest reverse proof Silver Eagle of the 5 we sell for over $1,000. This coin, of course, as rare as any of those. Basically, once again, as we're coming down towards the end here, kind of almost towards a little wait situation in our phone room as well. Continue to call in, have a little patience, go to hsn.com. All of those are great options. This is the only gold dime. It is the only centennial dime, so it is unique in that regard. So not only do you have the rarity, collectability, desirability, you have the intrinsic value, you have, I think, an artificially low mintage put out by the United States government. I think they made far fewer of these than they should have, as evidenced by the complete and total sellout from the United States Mint almost instantaneously. Then, of course, you have the rising price of gold. Gold has been going up pretty significantly as well, and that affected the price that the United States government is charging, because, you know, they base it on the price of gold and the value of gold at the time, because there is 24, this is solid 24 karat gold as well, so that's of critical importance. Then you have the rarity of the coin itself. You have the rarity of the coin within the design of the coin. The fact that this is an actual Mercury dime. That is a big deal. So understand, this is not, while it is a commemorative, it is an actual Mercury dime. The government has never done that before. The collectors are just starting to kind of get their head around that. So when you look at it from in terms of pure rarity and modern issue collectibles, great coin, very desirable coin, all of those things. But then when you look at it within the series, the United States government has made coins with gaps in them before. The Susan B. Anthony dollar had a large gap in it. Nothing has had a gap like this, because the last Mercury dime they made was 1945. Okay, 1945, and then now fast forward, you know, over a half century later, they make the last coin in the series, which is literally what this is. So everybody that has collected a complete set of Mercury dimes now must add this coin. And there are 125,000 Mercury dime collectors just by themselves. That does not take into account that this coin has been certified absolutely perfect first day of issue. There's only ANACS 1789 of those, and those are all available exclusively right here from us at HSN. So please understand that. So you're going to get that coin, and like I said, right now with everything that we sold on hsn.com, when that came out, literally we're starting to approach 10-15% sold out on our original day of presentation issue that we are doing right here. Extraordinarily busy. We continue to be extraordinarily busy in the phone room. Once again, 30-day money-back guarantee. As well, you can see at $499.95. Keep in mind, this is our original issue price. This is our original issue price. That is of crucial importance when you are placing your order, and you understand that once this sells out, the secondary market takes over. There are so many commemoratives that have this same mintage that our original issue price from our original issue price to today's price that we sell these coins, they're just not even vaguely the same. So now is your chance, particularly as you're watching us here in the morning before our big primetime airing this evening.
Absolutely. You've got just a few seconds left to get yours home. Get yours, get a few for those people who, once the other two come out, they realize, doggone it, I missed that certified perfect first day of issue coin. I want to add it to my collection so that my collection can be complete. You get to start your collection right now, or finish your Mercury Dime collection right now before everybody else wakes up. So if you're on the phone, you're welcome to stay there. You can use express ordering. Go to hsn.com. We want to make sure that you get that in your hot little hands. We're going to go to a quick break, but first we wanted to share a question with you. Let's see how you do on this one. We'll pull up for you. What are these hard to find and valuable coins called? Impossibles, B, toughies, C, keys, or D, kings? We will have the answer for you when we come back from this quick spotlight break.